Many people have allowed two words to kill their dreams, and these are the words be realistic. Usually, these words are stated in response to you sharing your dreams, goals, and aspirations to other people. And if you process those words as the gospel truth, you must render your dreams dead. They will not see the light of day. This is what I would like to talk to you about in this video. My name is Butaki Hlalele from Dreams Made Possible, where we cultivate personal mastery, self-worth, and leadership in others. Stay for a moment as we talk about these two words, be realistic. It is very important in life who you tell your dreams to. And it is also a valid and pertinent question to ask yourself if you have to share those dreams. And in most cases, the answer is yes, but you don't tell your dreams to all and sundry. There are specific people that you will have to share your dreams with because you will need people on your journey towards achieving your goals. Now, the people that you speak to and how they react, and those people that say to you, be realistic, they come from different backgrounds and they have different intentions. And I would just like to share with you at least 4 of these types of people so that you can be able to look intently at what they are saying and decide your course of action from this point in time. The first group of people would be those people that are meaning well. Their intent really is not to work against you. And in most cases, those are your parents. It could be your siblings, and it could be a close family or even a close friend. And usually they will say, in response to your dreams, goals, and aspirations, they would say, be realistic. And usually that word, be realistic, is intended to dissuade you from going ahead with whatever that which you have planned. But like I said, their meaning is not, they do not have bad intentions. Theirs is just to caution you, to warn you so that you don't go into that particular direction. But what I have learned is that these types of people, most of them, they sometimes lack the knowledge about the dream that you are trying to pursue. They react from their own limitation, and as a result, they project it upon you. Sometimes it's because, especially in family settings, we take things that come from one generation to the next, where people will say, in this family, we only produce chemical engineers, we only produce doctors. And the expectation that is put on you is to say, no, you cannot pursue anything different. Be realistic. In this family, we only produce this type of people. As you look at it, there is no bad intention. Sometimes it's just an aim of keeping the legacy of the family pursuing in that particular direction. But what it does is that it denies the individual member of the family to pursue that which they feel that it's important to them and something that they think they will make more and better contributions in. So that is the first type of people. And that is why we have plenty of examples of people that have went down the line to pursue a form of a qualification that the family was looking for. And after that, they hand over the qualification to the father or the mother and say, this I did for you, but I'm going to follow my own direction. So being realistic in this sense is raised not in negative terms, but to get people to do what families have always done. Second type of people are the people who project their fears onto you. And there are 2 types of people in this regard. And these are people that might have gone down that route in trying to pursue something and they did not succeed. And because of their journey, then they come to you instead of sharing the lessons. And that's where the miss is. Instead of sharing the lessons on this journey, where they should be saying to you, hey, this is the route that I followed, but I could not succeed because of 1, 2, and 3. If you were to be alert that these things will emerge along the way, be careful. No, they don't say that. They put the fear of God in your heart, that you should not do it because it is not attainable. So they take their own limitations, their own shortcomings, their own fears, and also they project it upon you. And they, like I said at the beginning, if you process what they say, you'll end up not doing anything. And the second group of people in the same breath is people that are just imagining things. They have never done anything. They have never been down the road to try and do something about their goals. At least the first ones, they have gone, but how they relate information is not building the other person. But these ones, they are just from an imagination, imagining fears of how things are going to go bad. They have not even, from their own perspective, stood up and say, I'm going to give this a try. They might look at another person and say, hey, that person has failed. So if that person has failed, who am I to do it? And as a result, they come to you and say, be realistic. So I always say, be careful. Be clear in your own mind, who do you listen to in this regard. The third group of people are people who do not have good intentions. They don't wish you well at all. These are people, for some reason, they are jealous, they are envious, they only want good things to come to them, not to you. And they are the people who say, be realistic, don't go that route. Because they believe deeply so that they are the only ones who should succeed. So they will tell you 100 things of why you shouldn't do something. They will tell you gazillion of things why this project of yours is not going to succeed. But they will never tell you counter arguments as proposed solutions to this route, or even just encourage you. They just want you to stay where they are. So they want at least a crowd of people that are going to join them in their failure. So you have to be careful who you tell your dreams to. The last group of people are those who give opinion on anything. You know, there are people who hardly will say, I don't have an answer to this. On everything that you raise, they possibly have got an answer. And that is why John Clooney, in his book, The Richest Man in Babylon, was saying, can you go to a bricklayer and ask advice about money and how to invest? And the idea here is not to downplay or undermine a bricklayer. But what he was saying is, a bricklayer is good in bricklaying. Probably you'll go to him or her to ask advice in that discipline. But if you need advice on financial investment, you'll go to somebody who has knowledge, experience, and who has studied in that particular field. So the same applies here. We go to people that have never done a thing, but they've got the gift of the gab. They can speak anything, and we take whatever that they say as gospel truth. So be careful of these 4 types of people. You know, those who are meaning well from your family, those who project their fears onto you, those who do not have good intentions for you, and those who have got an opinion in anything. And if you really want to change your life, I'm going to put this as suggestions for you to consider when people say, be realistic. It starts with you. It starts with you having a clear idea of that which you want to do. Firstly, convince yourself. Firstly, have enough information that will help you to be able to firm up your dream. And you need to believe in your dream. Nobody's going to believe in your dream on your behalf. That's something that you will never be able to outsource. You've got to believe in your dream. It starts with you. Second point is that put matters into perspective. What I mean by putting matters into perspective, look around you. There's so much evidence about people that have done things that if they had allowed other people to tell them to be realistic, they could not have done it. If, for example, Jeff Bezos had believed someone who says, be realistic, the Be Realistic crew, we could not be having Amazon today. If Ed Hillary listened to somebody who said, you cannot climb Mount Kilimanjaro, he could not have surmounted that mountain. There are plenty of examples out there that I can share. Your goal might not be as huge as these examples that I've mentioned. If your goal is just to write a book, go ahead, write a book. If you want to run Comrades Marathon, go and run Comrades Marathon. If you want to change your career, go and change your career and become the better person that you want to be. And lastly, be part of a mastermind group. Connect with people that think like you so that you can encourage each other on this road. I honestly believe that if you can take this advice into cognizance, you will not suffer as a result of Be Realistic crew. You will be on the path to achieve the things that you are meant to achieve. Go out there and make a difference in your life. Until the next episode, my name is Potaki Hlalele. I love you. Continue to cultivate mastery in yourself.